Ladies and gentlemen, every one of us has weaknesses. Some are physical, some are emotional, and others are related to our skills, habits, or mindset. Often, we are taught to hide them, to cover them up, or to be ashamed of them. But what if I told you that your weaknesses are not obstacles, but hidden opportunities? What if I told you that within every weakness lies the potential to grow, to learn, and to build strength? History is full of examples of people who turned their weaknesses into their greatest strengths. A shy person became a great communicator by learning to listen deeply. Someone who failed repeatedly became a master innovator because they understood resilience. Weakness, if approached with courage and strategy, can become the very foundation of our power. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. By honestly identifying your weaknesses, you create the starting point for growth. Instead of denying or ignoring them, face them with courage. Awareness opens the door to transformation. A weakness is simply an undeveloped strength in disguise. For example, impatience can become drive, overthinking can become strategic planning, and sensitivity can become empathy. It's about shifting your perspective to see the potential hidden within. Weaknesses expose the areas where we need to learn the most. By seeking knowledge, developing skills, and practicing discipline, we can convert those areas into fields of expertise. Every weakness is a classroom waiting for us to enter. Sometimes, what we lack can be balanced by the strengths of others. Surrounding yourself with people who complement your weaknesses creates powerful partnerships. In teamwork, one person's weakness is another person's strength, and together you become unstoppable. Every weakness brings with it a struggle, but struggles make us stronger. When we endure difficulties in our weak areas, we build resilience, patience, and perseverance. These qualities often become far more valuable than the strength we were seeking in the first place. Transformation is not about instantly erasing weakness. It is about progress and growth. Cross and growth. Each small improvement is a victory. And over time, those small steps turn weakness into a strength you never imagined possible. The journey of turning weaknesses into strengths begins with a single powerful step: self-awareness. Most people spend their lives running away from their weaknesses, hiding them behind excuses, or pretending they do not exist. But denial only makes the weakness stronger. Think of it like a shadow. When you turn your back on it, it grows longer, but when you face it directly, it loses its power. The act of looking inward and admitting, "This is where I struggle," requires honesty, humility, and courage. Self-awareness is not about judging yourself or labeling yourself as incapable. It is about clarity. It is the recognition that while you may not be perfect, you have the ability to understand and work on yourself. For example, if someone realizes they lack confidence when speaking in front of others, acknowledging this weakness does not make them smaller. It makes them braver, because they have taken the first step toward improving. Awareness shines a light on the exact area where growth can happen. Without self-awareness, weaknesses remain hidden obstacles that trip us repeatedly. With it, those same weaknesses transform into guideposts that point the way forward. By identifying what holds you back, you are already halfway to turning it into a source of strength. The power of self-awareness is that it removes confusion, gives direction, and allows you to take control of your own transformation instead of leaving it to chance. Self-awareness is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. Imagine trying to fix a problem in your home without knowing where the problem lies. Maybe a leaking pipe, a broken wire, or a cracked wall. You cannot repair what you cannot identify. The same truth applies to life. You cannot transform a weakness if you are blind to it. Awareness is like holding up a mirror to yourself, not to criticize, but to see clearly where you stand. True self-awareness requires honesty and humility. Many people avoid confronting their weaknesses because it feels uncomfortable. It challenges their ego, their pride, or the image they want to project to the world. But denying weaknesses only keeps you stuck. When you honestly say to yourself, "Yes, this is an area I struggle in," you immediately take ownership of it. And ownership is the beginning of empowerment. Think of some of the world's most successful individuals. Great leaders, athletes, and innovators did not start as flawless people. They started by acknowledging where they lacked and choosing to work on it. A person who admits they are shy may decide to take small steps, joining a debate, practicing public speaking, or speaking up in meetings. And over time, that once crippling shyness can turn into powerful confidence. Another person who acknowledges they are impatient can channel that energy into productivity, learning to direct their restlessness into action rather than frustration. Self-awareness also means understanding not just what your weaknesses are, but why they exist. Do you lack patience because you are driven by results? Do you struggle with discipline because you have not found something that truly motivates you? By asking why, you gain deeper insight into the roots of your weaknesses, and from there, you can create strategies to grow. Most importantly, self-awareness gives clarity. Without it, we walk through life blindly, stumbling over the same obstacles again and again. With it, every weakness becomes a clear signpost saying, here is where you can grow stronger. That clarity transforms weakness from a burden into an opportunity, from a stumbling block into a stepping stone. One of the most powerful mindset shifts we can ever make is to stop seeing weakness as a curse and start viewing it as an opportunity. Too often, people look at their flaws and think, this makes me less than others. This holds me back. This is why I can't succeed. But the truth is, weakness is not the end of the road. It is the beginning of a new path. What you call a weakness may simply be an undeveloped strength waiting to be nurtured. Take sensitivity as an example. Many people consider it a weakness because it makes them emotional or easily affected by others. But sensitivity, when reframed, becomes empathy, a rare strength that allows someone to connect deeply with people, to understand feelings, and to build strong relationships. Impatience, often seen as a flaw, can be reframed as drive and urgency. Instead of being paralyzed by waiting, an impatient person can channel their energy into getting things done quickly and efficiently. Overthinking, which many view as a weakness, can actually evolve into strategic thinking when directed properly. This shift in perspective is powerful because it changes how you approach challenges. Instead of saying, I am weak here, you say, this is where I have untapped potential. That one change in thinking takes you from a place of self-doubt to a place of growth. It stops you from hiding your flaws and instead encourages you to explore how they can work in your favor. Reframing weakness as opportunity also builds resilience. When life throws obstacles at you, you begin to see them not as punishments, but as training. For example, a person who struggles with communication might see every awkward conversation not as proof of their weakness, but as practice in building a skill. A student who struggles with math may look at their challenges as a chance to develop persistence, problem solving, and patience, qualities that extend far beyond academics. The most successful people in the world are not those who never had weaknesses. They are those who learn to reinterpret them. They did not let weakness define them. Instead, they discovered how to redirect it into something valuable. When you reframe weakness as opportunity, you stop seeing yourself as broken and start seeing yourself as a work in progress, a masterpiece in the making. Weakness by itself is not the problem. The way we perceive weakness is what makes the difference. Many of us are taught to see our shortcomings as permanent flaws, something to hide or be ashamed of. But when you change the lens through which you view your weaknesses, everything changes. A weakness is not a dead end. It is raw material. Just like clay, it might look ordinary and formless at first, but in the right hands and with the right perspective, it can be molded into something extraordinary. Let's take a real-life example. Thomas Edison, the great inventor, failed thousands of times before creating a working light bulb. Most people saw his repeated failures as weakness, as proof that he wasn't capable. But Edison reframed his so-called weakness as though, instead of calling himself a failure, he said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That mindset, seeing weakness as opportunity, led him to one of the most important inventions in history. Think about athletes as well. A player who is shorter than average might be considered weaker in a game like basketball. But many of those same players use their height disadvantage as motivation to develop speed, agility, and skill that made them even more effective than taller players. What was once viewed as a weakness became their secret weapon. On a personal level, reframing weakness is also about shifting self-talk. Instead of saying, I am too sensitive, you might say, I care deeply, and this allows me to connect with others. Instead of saying, I am too stubborn, you can reframe it as, I have determination, and when I direct it wisely, I don't give up easily. The reframe is not about denying the weakness. It's about uncovering the hidden strength behind it. This mindset unlocks creativity. When you begin to look at your weakness as a potential strength in disguise, you start asking different questions. How can I use this? What skill can grow from this? What lesson is hidden here? Weakness stops being a wall and starts becoming a doorway. Most importantly, reframing weakness builds hope. It teaches you that nothing about you is final. Nothing is fixed. Every shortcoming you notice in yourself can be redirected into growth. That means you are never stuck. You are always in motion, always evolving, always capable of becoming better than you were yesterday. If self-awareness and reframing are the first steps, then learning and adapting are the engines that drive transformation. A weakness does not turn into a strength by chance. It happens through deliberate effort, consistent practice, and a willingness to learn. Every weakness highlights an area where you have more room to grow, and when you choose to invest in that growth, you begin to transform what once limited you into something that empowers you. Think of learning as sharpening a dull blade. A blade in its raw state might seem useless, but with time, friction, and effort, it becomes a powerful tool. In the same way, your weaknesses may seem limiting today, but with continuous learning, they can be sharpened into your greatest advantages. For example, someone who struggles with public speaking might enroll in courses, read books on communication, practice in front of small groups, and watch inspiring speakers to learn techniques. Over time, the fear that once silenced them can turn into a confident voice that inspires others. Adaptability is equally important because learning alone is not enough. Life is constantly changing, challenges evolve, and so must you. Adaptability means being flexible in how you approach your weaknesses and not being afraid to adjust your strategies. Perhaps the first method you try doesn't work. That is not failure. That is feedback. Each attempt teaches you something new about yourself and the situation, and the more you adapt, the closer you move to mastery. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. She faced rejection after rejection from publishers, which could easily have been seen as proof of weakness or lack of talent. Instead, she learned from each rejection, adapted her manuscript, and kept improving until one publisher finally saw the brilliance in her work. The weakness, constant rejection, became the ground on which resilience and mastery were built. Continuous learning also builds humility because it reminds you that growth never stops. Even when you turn a weakness into a strength, there is always more to learn. This attitude not only helps you overcome current challenges, but also prepares you for future ones. A person who learns how to improve is never truly weak, because they carry within them the power to evolve in any circumstance. In practical terms, learning and adapting means seeking resources, mentors, and experiences that stretch you. It means taking risks, experimenting, and sometimes failing, but always failing forward. It means replacing the fear of weakness with curiosity. Or what can I discover here? What skill can I develop? How can I grow? That mindset turns every challenge into a classroom and every weakness into an invitation to learn something new. Weaknesses are not permanent. They are temporary conditions waiting for change through the power of learning and adaptation. What separates people who remain stuck from those who rise is their attitude toward growth. If you see weakness as a wall, you stop. But if you see it as a signal to learn, that wall turns into a stepping stone. Learning is the greatest equalizer in life. Someone may be naturally talented, but talent without effort stagnates. On the other hand, someone with weaknesses who commits to continuous learning eventually surpasses those who rely only on natural ability. History is full of examples. Great inventors, thinkers, and leaders were not born masters. They became masters through endless curiosity, study, and practice. Weakness was not their end. It was the beginning of their education. But learning alone is not enough. Life demands adaptation. Conditions change, environments shift, and what worked yesterday may not work today. That's why adaptability is a superpower. It allows you to bend without breaking, to adjust your path without losing your destination. Think of a river. It never flows in a straight line. It curves around rocks, adjusts to obstacles, and yet always keeps moving forward. That is the spirit of adaptability. You keep flowing, no matter what stands in your way. Weakness provides the perfect training ground for both learning and adapting. Let's say someone is terrible at handling criticism. Instead of shutting down, they can choose to learn by asking, what can I take from this feedback? Over time, they adapt their mindset and become stronger, not because they eliminated criticism, but because they learned how to use it for growth. Another example, a business leader who fails in their first venture may study the mistakes, adjust their strategies, and return stronger in their second attempt. The weakness of failure becomes the foundation of wisdom. The beauty of this principle is that it never ends. The more you learn, the more you realize how much more there is to know. The more you adapt, the more flexible and resilient you become in facing life's unpredictability. Weakness ceases to feel like a burden because you know it is only a temporary stage in your growth process. At its core, a learn and adapt continuously means living with curiosity, humility, and persistence. It means treating every weakness as a teacher and every failure as a lesson. When you live this way, you never truly lose. You either succeed or you grow, and both outcomes make you stronger than before. No one in this world has all the strengths, and no one is free from weaknesses. The truth is, human beings were never designed to succeed alone. We are built for connection, for teamwork, for collaboration. Weakness becomes far less intimidating when you realize that what you lack can often be balanced by the strengths of others. Where you are weak, someone else is strong. Where you hesitate, someone else advances. Together you create balance, harmony, and power. Using support and collaboration begins with humility, the willingness to admit, I cannot do everything on my own. Many people struggle because their pride stops them from seeking help. They think asking for support is a sign of weakness, when in reality, it is a sign of wisdom. Knowing when and how to lean on others does not make you dependent, it makes you strategic. The greatest leaders in history did not rise because they had no weaknesses, but because they built teams that complemented their limitations. Think about a symphony orchestra. A single violinist can play beautifully, but they cannot produce the depth and richness of a full orchestra. Each instrument has its own voice, its own strengths, and when combined, they create music far greater than the sum of its parts. The same is true in life. Collaboration transforms individual weaknesses into collective strength. Support also comes in the form of mentorship. A person who has walked the path before you can shine a light on the road you are struggling to walk. What may take you years to figure out on your own can often be learned in days when guided by the wisdom of a mentor. This is why reaching out, asking questions, and seeking advice are powerful acts of growth. They accelerate the process of turning weaknesses into strengths. Collaboration teaches us another important lesson: perspective. Sometimes our weakness seems larger than it is simply because we are too close to it. But when you bring others into your journey, they can see your situation from a fresh angle, offering insights you may have never considered. A weakness that feels overwhelming to you might look like a simple challenge to someone else, and their perspective can unlock the solution you need. Finally, support builds encouragement. When you try to overcome weakness alone, discouragement can weigh heavily on you. But with a team, with friends, with mentors, you find people who remind you of your potential, who lift you when you fall, and who help you see that progress is possible. Alone, you might stop. Together, you keep moving forward. Every weakness comes with a struggle attached to it. Struggle is uncomfortable, it is demanding, and it often feels like a heavy burden. But hidden inside that very struggle is one of the greatest gifts life can offer: resilience. Resilience is the strength that comes not from avoiding difficulty, but from surviving it, enduring it, and rising through it. Without struggle, resilience cannot be built. Weakness, therefore, is not simply a limitation. It is an invitation to grow tougher, braver, and more unshakable. Think about a muscle. It grows stronger not when it is at rest, but when it is challenged, when weight is added, when resistance is applied, when it is stretched to its limits.